All right. Yeah. Let's slow this down. Because how many times have we had to basically beg Republicans to just believe what they can clearly see when it comes to Donald Trump? Like, you don't need special training for this. You can see depravity and believe it. You can see a total lack of morality, humanity, empathy, and believe it. It's obvious. It's clear. It's constant. And we saw it again in one of the most disgusting things he's ever done. Right after Rob Reiner and his wife were killed, just pause there. 2 people are dead. A family is shattered. That moment should be simple. Condolences, dignity, silence, even something human. But that's not what we got. Of course it's not. Trump goes on Truth Social and turns murder into a political weapon. He basically claims Rob Reiner and his wife died because of anger Reiner caused, and he calls it some incurable mind disease, Trump derangement syndrome, like the victim deserved it, like the grief is content, like death is a punchline. That's the kind of thing you expect from a drunk guy at a bar, not the President of the United States. And that's literally what Republican Congressman Don Bacon said. He slammed Trump and asked, can the president be presidential? And here's why that matters. Don Bacon isn't some unknown backbencher. He's been the kind of Republican who's hinted he's so fed up, he's even talked about resignation in other Trump-related contexts. So when a guy like that publicly ridicules Trump's behavior, it tells you something. The script broke for a second. And then this is the part that really shows how grotesque the post was. Marjorie Taylor Greene also criticized Trump's attack. She said, this is a family tragedy, not politics, and pointed out that addiction and mental health issues destroy families everywhere, and that it should be met with empathy, especially when it ends in murder. Now, I'm not saying she suddenly became a saint. I'm saying the post was so vile that even people who helped build this ugly climate had to flinch. You also saw people like Piers Morgan call it out, condemn it, act shocked, act like, I can't believe Trump would say this. And honestly, that part is annoying because what do you mean you can't believe it? Have you not been listening to him the whole time? This is why people call MAGA media propaganda. Not because they invent everything, but because they cushion reality. Fox coddles. Newsmax coddles. Influencers coddle. They sand down the edges of who Trump is, day after day, so that a chunk of the country is genuinely surprised when he does something monstrous in plain sight. Then something like this happens, and the padding fails, and suddenly people act like they just met him. Oh my God, Mr. Trump, how could you say that? Maybe because this is who he is. And that's the point of the story. Now let's rewind for a second, because the original rant connects this to the last time Republicans lost their minds over someone's death, Charlie Kirk. After Charlie Kirk was killed, there was this massive push to claim liberals were responsible for political violence. And anyone who even criticized Kirk's record or called out his rhetoric was told they should lose their job, lose their standing, be punished. And the irony is, Rob Reiner, the guy Trump attacked, had talked about Kirk's killing, and his reaction was the opposite of what they pretended liberals were doing.
When you first heard about the murder of Charlie Kirk, what was your immediate gut reaction to it?
Well, horror, absolute horror. And I unfortunately saw the video of it, and it's beyond belief what happened to him, and that should never happen to anybody. I don't care what your political beliefs are. That's not acceptable. That's not a solution to solving problems. And I felt like what his wife said at the service, at the memorial they had, was exactly right. And totally, I believe, I'm Jewish, but I believe in the teachings of Jesus, and I believe in doing to others, and I believe in forgiveness. And what she said to me was beautiful and absolutely, when she forgave his assassin, and I think that is admirable.
So Rob Reiner did not dance on anyone's grave. He did not celebrate violence. He gave the most human response possible. And yet the MAGA ecosystem still treated him like an enemy because he was an activist, because he spoke out for democracy, because he warned that the country is sliding toward autocracy if people normalize the degradation of institutions. In the clip referenced in the original, Reiner is basically saying,
this is just the beginning, and people have to understand our democracy is being taken away from us, and we only have about a year. Just to be clear about this, and people, you're doing a great job, and a lot of other people are doing a good job to tell people what is actually happening in this country. But make no mistake, we have a year before this country becomes a full-on autocracy and democracy completely leaves us. And we're looking at the election in 2026, and Donald Trump knows. He knows that in a free and fair election, he will lose. He will lose the House. The House will flip and will become into Democratic hands. There'll be committee chairs that'll be able to hold hearings. And this is the last thing he wants. So this little, these ICE agents and the National Guard, and now he's called the military in from all over the world to talk to them about, don't be surprised when polling booths are surrounded by American military in the guise of making sure that the elections are fair.
whether you agree with every detail of that prediction or not, the point is, Reiner was calling out the climate, the vitriol, the normalization of cruelty, the way people feel licensed to say and do disgusting things. But something did happen here that's worth watching. There were Republicans who actually called him out. And the original ends with this idea that for the first time in Trump's political career, you're seeing more Republicans preferring establishment Republicans over MAGA Republicans, that Trump is losing his grip on the party, and he's continuing to lose it. So here's the takeaway, and I'm going to keep it simple. Trump keeps telling us who he is over and over, and anyone still acting surprised is telling you who they are. If you want more of these breakdowns, no fluff, no worship, no propaganda, hit subscribe, leave a like. And if you made it to the end, drop a blue heart in the comments. Keep fighting. Don't let them silence you. And until next time, I'll see you